Now, this is a bad mistake to make when in a foreigner-Filipino relationship that I often see, which can lead to big problems for the couple. Really, what I'm about to tell you in this video, you should avoid at all costs if you want to protect your relationship and help it to become stronger. So if you're thinking of dating a Filipina or are already in a foreigner-Filipino relationship, then you really don't want to miss this. So be very sure to stay with me here. Just quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and don't know where to start, then why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment and description to the Philippines' #1 dating site, where it's free to create an account and view tens of thousands of beautiful Filipina profiles right now. How often do we look at other couples' stories, either on Facebook, YouTube, or even when those people live close by? It's very easy to get swept up around how good they seem together or what appears to be a magical life that they're having together. And the reality is, perhaps they are, or perhaps it's all a show for everyone else to hide their real relationship from the world. But whatever their situation is, it's certainly not ours. All relationships are unique to that particular couple. And whilst it's nice to see a loving and apparently happy couple, we can't judge our relationship by what theirs may or may not be. Simply, what I'm saying here is that so many people see a happy couple and get maybe a little jealous and want to be just like them. Having a nice house, car, boat, job, and seemingly even the perfect wife or husband. It's almost like something out of a movie, and certainly it could be scripted as such and be totally different behind closed doors. I do see some Aussie Filipina couples in Australia where the Filipinas are almost in competition with one another. Whose husband has the better job, or who owns their house or even has the nicest house, who is wealthier than the next Filipina, and so on. It seems to me at times to be even more than a competition, and even to the point where they create a ranking system of sorts. And you find once your status is known, then there becomes a divide within the group, and you have two or more groups form. One group for, let's call, the upper class Filipinas in that town or city they live in, and another group or groups for the rest of the Filipinas. Now, this can put pressure on the Filipina, who may want to be accepted into a particular group, or just because she doesn't want others to be looking down their nose at her. It is true that some Filipinas love to gossip, and of course, gossip always has a way of getting back to you. This of course can cause arguments or fracture friendships within the groups and lead to an unhappy Filipina. I find that some Filipinas, when they marry a foreign guy and come to live in his country, may somehow forget that they all came from the same country, and most of them had similar circumstances there. Now, even some of the foreign husbands I've noticed buy into the unofficial class systems they seem to develop. I've seen for myself a guy who was in a managerial position look down at others who may work as truck drivers or have a labouring job. The thing is here, it's very easy to fall into the trap of believing someone has such an amazing life when in reality maybe they don't. If people start being envious of a relationship that we only see on Facebook or YouTube, where they only show a few brief minutes a day, then how do we know what the relationship is really like for the other 24 hours and 50 minutes each day? How do we know that the big house, car and boat isn't running up much financial stress in order to pay it off? And it's very possible all these things that they have and how they act may be a charade, which in the end could very well lead to their downfall. But look, even if they are an amazing couple with a fantastic life, then we mustn't be envious of that, and we can be happy for them. But the real problem within a relationship comes when a couple wants to emulate someone else's relationship. We have to remember right here that no two people or relationships are the same. As I said at the very start, all relationships are unique, and if we try and create another couple's relationship, then it's bound for failure. My best advice for any relationship is to fully focus on your relationship and make it your original story. Realize that we all have different circumstances in life, and we all need to make our own success stories as far as our relationships go. Don't be fooled by what appears to be, and certainly don't let jealousy ruin your life or relationship as a couple, which, if not kept in check, then it certainly could. Don't buy into the unofficial class systems common within Filipina communities around the world, which put pressure on you to be a certain way or have a certain life. And if you notice that your Filipina is experiencing this, then encourage her to move away from such women and gossip. I can assure you, by her doing so will make her and the relationship much happier. You guys as a couple will write your own story that will turn out to be one of success or failure, where no matter the outcome, you have only yourselves to be proud of or not. So again, focus on you individually and as a couple, and ignore all the other nonsense, or at least put it aside where you pay little attention to it. And as I say, go about creating the most inspirational and amazing long-term love story of the century. And when you look back, you'll be glad you played it this way and have looked at what is real and in front of you. If you're looking for more valuable free information and tips, then be sure to check out the playlist on screen now, and you'll be glad you did. Be very sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.